my name is Shruti. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am actually not sure about this outfit, but you know what? We're gonna go with it because I'm too lazy to change. Today we are gonna be talking about my all-time favorite TV shows. Hopefully you guys get some really cool recommendations and walk away with a new cool show to binge. I want to preface this entire video by saying that obviously I have a specific taste in shows. Maybe these recommendations aren't your vibe, but I love them and I wanted to just share some of them with you guys. Hi guys, this is Editing Shruti here. I just wanted to pop in and say that I forgot to mention a lot of these shows are rated for mature audiences only. So if you're younger than the age of 13 or 18, just be mindful of the ratings of these shows. Don't watch anything without parental permission. But if you are, enjoy all of these shows. They're amazing, and enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, bye. So I want to start off by talking about honorable mentions. Now, these haven't made the actual list of my all-time favorite shows for a few reasons. One, I may not have finished them fully, and so I may really like them, but I haven't finished them yet, so I can't fully know if they're gonna be my all-time favorite. Two, my opinion of the show may have changed over the course of the show. It may not have been consistent. I have 4 honorable mentions. The first one is the show You. Now, when the show came out, everyone was talking about it. It was really popular on Netflix. It has a second season out now. The reason why this is an honorable mention is I really liked the plot and the storyline of the first episode, the first season. The pacing was amazing, but the second season really just sucked, in my opinion. The only episode I liked was, I think, the second to last one. It took that long for it to kind of like pick up. Second season was a thumbs down, but the first season, if you're gonna watch the show, like, I highly recommend the first season. It's a thriller, super fast paced. The characters are super complex, and I think it has some really good commentary on how society kind of tends to be more forgiving to certain people, like men, heterosexual, white people, and tends to put the blame on minorities and women. And yeah, so first season was really good. The next show I'm going to talk about is The Crown. The Crown, oh my god. Okay, so the first season, again, for this show was so good. I was obsessed with it. I watched the first season probably 3 times all the way through. The characters are super fascinating. I'm pretty sure it's like really accurate to how things really happened. Obviously they're gonna dramatize things for the sake of the plot, but it was fantastic. The person who played Queen Elizabeth, Margaret, oh my god, wow. I don't know why, but I just like go through phases of being sucked into loopholes of the British royal family. The Crown is a really good show. The music for The Crown is fantastic. Like the soundtrack, and woo! These next 2 shows, I'm gonna group them together because they're created by the same person, and also I haven't finished either of them yet, but I really love them and I needed to include them in this video. So these 2 shows are Killing Eve and Fleabag. Killing Eve is available on Hulu. Fleabag is on Amazon Prime. These 2 shows were written and created by this fantastic woman. Phoebe Waller-Bridge created both of these shows. She, first of all, is a genius. Her mind, literally after watching like one scene of Fleabag, she became an instant role model for me. Fleabag started off as a one-woman show. It was originally like a stage production, and it turned into a television show. So it went from a theater to television. Phoebe Waller-Bridge stars in it and she wrote it. Killing Eve, she just wrote it. Killing Eve stars Sandra Oh. Both of these shows, their storylines and the way they're written, oh my god, it's just amazing. They have such good female protagonists. I've always been super tired of consuming female characters that were created by men. And these characters were really frustrating to me because they were kind of just impossible standards. Like, they were athletic and beautiful and smart and could like hang with the boys but still be feminine, and it was just like, no one's gonna be like this ideal character. Those characters were just like super not relatable, unattainable. Phoebe Waller-Bridge's characters, oh my god, they're like feminist icons, but they're super relatable. They're just iconic shows and everyone needs to watch them. I also went down a rabbit hole of Phoebe Waller-Bridge's interviews on YouTube because I just really love her as a human being. She's also an incredible actress. In Fleabag, she often breaks the fourth wall and just looks at the camera a lot, and so the audience feels kind of like there's this closeness between the viewer and her. Those are all of my honorable mentions. I'm going to kind of dive into my list of shows here. So roughly from my least favorite to my most favorite, even though all of these are like my top shows ever, that's kind of how I ordered it. We are going to start with Anne with an E. No one talks about this show, oh my god. It's based on the book Anne of Green Gables. I believe it's a Netflix original, filmed in Canada, and oh my god, the scenes, the cinematography for this show deserves awards. Actually, it probably has won awards. I should have researched this before filming. It's super beautiful. It's a coming of age story about friendship, this family being adopted. Yeah, you basically just grow with Anne, and it's this lovely tale of a girl with a huge imagination, and it's just so beautiful. Next up, we have a show that I recently watched. This show is probably like the most iconic show ever. Everyone my age like grew up with it, I feel like, except me. I never watched it until now. And that's Avatar: The Last Airbender. Why haven't I watched this show before? I don't know, but it's a masterpiece. It is actually a masterpiece. The animations for this show are so well done. The music, wow. The storylines, the character development, just everything about the show is just a masterpiece. Go watch Avatar if you haven't already. Next up on my list is Stranger Things. Stranger Things is a very popular show, sci-fi. The world building in the show is super well done. Just, again, the character arcs. Steve Harrington is all I have to say. I will say though, the first season is the best one. Second season is still good. Third season is like, I still really liked the third season. Definitely didn't hit the mark of season 1. I am excited though for season 4. Like, as long as this show keeps coming out with new seasons, I'm gonna keep watching them, and so I feel like that's a good sign. I really like it. I love the whole like 80s aesthetic, how much they like commit to that. The music they use, just everything. This show is just so immersive. Like, when you're watching the show, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I can't just like scroll on my phone and have the show in the background. Like, when I'm watching the show, I'm like watching the show. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love Brooklyn Nine-Nine so much. Whenever I need happiness, I put on Brooklyn Nine-Nine and it instantly just boosts my mood. That show just has a good vibe. Jake Peralta is an icon. Boyle is an icon. I love it. I think the cast too just has really good chemistry together. Like, the humor and like the jokes are just spot on all the time. Next up we have a show that I wish more people were aware of and talked about. Every single time someone asks me for a show recommendation, I give them this show, and I will tell you, I've told this to a lot of people and none of them came back disappointed. And that show is One Day at a Time. If you are just gonna take one show out of this video and go and watch it, watch One Day at a Time. It is so funny. It deals with such prevalent issues in such a good way. Some of them, like off the top of my head, mental illness like PTSD, anxiety, sexuality, immigration, racism, sexism. This show is so important, yet it also manages to make you just crack up. I feel like the gems of this show are the supporting characters. They just make the show what it is. Unfortunately, Netflix did not pick it up for a third season. And I believe that HBO picked it up and there's gonna be more episodes. I don't know if they're still gonna release it on Netflix. It is a Netflix original. I mean, even if it's not on Netflix, I'm doing anything I can to watch the rest of the show because I love it so much and I wish there was more of it. New Girl! I love New Girl so freaking much. You know why? Because of the characters. All of them are just so amazing. My favorites, it's a tie between Winston and Schmidt, and then Jess is a close second. This show has an amazing rewatch value. In fact, the show gets better the more you watch it. These two last shows are my all-time favorites, and they're pretty basic shows, I'm not gonna lie, but I just don't know what my life would be without them, to be frank with you. Gilmore Girls is my entire heart and soul. Just the mother-daughter dynamic is super heartwarming. This Stars Hollow as an entire town is such a charming, cute little East Coast town. But the main reason I love this show is because of the writing. Look at me. Amy Sherman Palladino, her writing, oh my god, the dialogue, you're never, again with the rewatch value, with the show, you're never gonna fully absorb every single reference and every single joke because it's just so fast paced. I don't know how many times I've watched this show. In its entirety, I haven't watched it that much, but the first 4 seasons I've watched so many times. Each time I watch just an episode, I'm oh my god, I never got that before. And Lauren Graham delivers her dialogue flawlessly. She just nails the timing and nails the delivery. Rory as a character starts off super lovable, she's probably a fan favorite, but throughout the show, her character arc kind of goes a little bit downhill. I think it is super nice to have a show that has such a heartwarming mother-daughter relationship because you don't really see that often. Last but not least, probably the most basic show of all. Actually, I'm gonna give you a second to guess what my all-time favorite show is. Either comment down below or just honor system. If you guess it correct, gold star for you. That show is, drumroll please, Friends! I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. Friends is a really cool show. I mean, do I even have to say anything? Go watch it. It's Friends. It never fails me. It's just... So here is this Friends cropped hoodie. Super cute. I should have worn this for today. Why didn't I wear... I also have this Friends shirt. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me talking about my favorite shows. If you like any of these shows, please comment down below and we can fangirl over them together. Fangirling about shows is my favorite thing to do in life. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I will see you in my next one. Peace.